Game 1 of the Clippers-Nuggets series lived up to the hype. The Clippers took control early, but the Nuggets rallied to force overtime. Russell Westbrook came up huge in the clutch against his former team, hitting a three at the end of regulation and forcing a Clippers turnover late in OT to seal the win, 112-110. Carlos Boozer joining the party. Booze, great to have you with us. All warmed up after Get Up. Yeah, great to have you. All right, HOF, we're coming to you. What stood out to you the most from the Clippers' loss?
Shannon, it's you, man.
I don't think
There's only one Hall of Famer.
I don't know if Shannon can.
Well, look.
Oh.
I got.
All
Go ahead.
right,
Go
don't
ahead.
worry. Shannon, we'll take care of your technical difficulties. You get all set. Booze, I'm coming to you. What stood out to you most?
I honestly thought that they just dominated. I thought Denver did a great job having toughness. They did a phenomenal job of weathering the storm. Clippers looked great. They played great basketball, but somehow the Nuggets got it done. Jokic was outstanding. Russell Westbrook impacted winning on so many ways. Offensive rebounds, hits that big three in the corner, just caused havoc, did a great job of helping the Nuggets get the win in overtime.
Stephen A?
Listen, this is the thing that bothered me. Key stat here I want to throw out to you, Carlos, because, I mean, listen, it was the Clippers' game to win. They lost it. It was right in their hands. They never turn over the ball with that level of frequency, not a Ty Lue team. Okay, defensively, they were right in the mix. Jeff Van Gundy continuing to do the outstanding job that he's been doing. Can't say enough about James Harden. He was in foul trouble, but he showed up. This wasn't one of those playoff games where he didn't show up. He showed up, okay? Norman Powell had a bad game. I know he will recover from that because that brother is just, I love me some Norman Powell. It was not a great game for him by any stretch of the imagination. I don't see that happening to him 2 games in a row. Here's, to me, what should alarm us all. Kawhi Leonard. Yeah, he scored 22 points, 60% shooting. He wasn't that big of a factor at all in the fourth quarter. And then in clutch time, this is clutch time, right? In the game 1 loss, clutch time, Kawhi Leonard, 10-plus minutes, 2 points on just 2 field goal attempts, no free throws at all with 2 turnovers. Now, is that the Kawhi Leonard you know? Is that the 2-time champion and the 2-time Finals MVP that you know? This brother, Kawhi Leonard, when it's time, when he's healthy, and it's time to show up. The brother is money. Money. I don't know what happened to him on Saturday. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, wait a minute, I expected more from this. I mean, he was a complete non-factor when it counted most. And that turnover that Jamal Murray caused right near the Clippers bench, that was very uncharacteristic of him too. He just didn't seem to be there at all when it counted. And I think the thing that alarms me most is the 2 field goal attempts. That ain't Kawhi Leonard either, Booze. That's not Kawhi Leonard. You know when it's money time, you know Ty Lue and them going to make sure to get the ball in his hands. He just didn't have it. He just didn't have it.
Stephen,
and that,
I want to bring
me,
Shannon back in here.
about.
Shay, I know you got us now. What stood out to you most from the Clippers' loss?
Well, I think the Nuggets are going to have to ride the Russ roller coaster. I mean, he came in, you know, he was 6 or 17, Stephen A. from the field. He's gonna make plays where you're like, Russ, what are you doing? But by the same breath, you're gonna like, oh my gosh. You look at the second chance opportunities that he gave him. You look at the hustle plays that he gave him. You look at the big 3 that he hit. So you're gonna have to ride that roller coaster. Stephen A., you're absolutely right. The Clippers, James Harden was sensational. Zubac was amazing. It was Kawhi, and he got off to a great start. And I'm like, Nuggets, this is not looking good because you let their 2 best players get going early. I thought James Harden got in foul trouble. I think that hurt him a little bit, Stephen A., because they weren't able to build on the momentum that they had created in the beginning. And then, as everything that you said was true, Kawhi Leonard in the fourth quarter, he wasn't good at all, Stephen A. The turnovers, he didn't seem aggressive, and the Nuggets got their confidence back. Russ hit a big 3. Christian Brown hit a big 3, and that was the end of the ball game. But if I'm the Clippers, Stephen A., I'll live with this. I'll live with Russ taking that shot. I got to, because I can't overhelp. I can't overhelp and leave Jokic one-on-one. But by the same token, Jamal Murray got to go and hit some big shots late in the ball game. But you can live with Russ. If Russ is going to play like this and hit big shots, you just have to live with it. But it's going to be a roller coaster, and you just have to withstand those type of runs.
I'll give you the final word.
Stephen A., don't you want to give the Nuggets defense credit for the Kawhi not getting shots off in the fourth quarter for that turnover Jamal Murray did?
Well,
I feel like you got to give Nuggets a little bit of credit. Defensively.
Well, I don't mean to take any credit away from them. Okay. And certainly they deserve credit. What I'm saying, Bulls, is this. we have to take into consideration the level of expectations we have for somebody like a Kawhi Leonard. We even point to his health. I got a stat here from 2017 to 2020. This is Kawhi's numbers in the postseason. 29.3 points on a true shooting percentage of 63.3% over 60 playoff games. The brother was money, okay? Now what you have is a situation that he's missed coming into this game. He had missed 15 of the Clippers' previous 19 playoff games due to injury. So you come back, okay, he's healthy. What we look at, and then we got to look at what he's been looking like. Since March, since the beginning of March, 25.7 points, 52% shooting from the field, 43% shooting from three-point range. The brother has been money, and the Clippers were the #1 offense in basketball over the last 21 games with Kawhi Leonard on the court. So not only do I have the past, but I have the present, how he was looking and how he was reminding us of what we had grown accustomed to seeing whenever he was healthy enough to be on the court. So even though we can give the Denver Nuggets credit, I'm not going to sit up there and go like this, oh, I'm just going to give the Nuggets credit. You deserve all the credit in the world for making Kawhi Leonard look that way. Something wasn't there for Kawhi Leonard. We've seen him go against elite defenses before. It didn't stop him. But suddenly, this Saturday, only 2 attempts in clutch time? 2 shots? No. I can't look at Denver for that. I got to look at him. You got to go get that ball, Bulls. You know that.
All right, I want to focus in on another moment. Shannon, I'll come to you on this. A crazy scene late in the game when Clippers assistant coach Jeff Van Gundy tried to wrestle the ball away from Jokic, who wanted to inbound the ball. You can see it right there. Shannon, what'd you think of this?
God. But first of all, we know Jeff Van Gundy will hold on to things because we've seen him hold on to Alonzo Mourning's legs, and now it's the basketball. Come on, Jeff, let the ball go. The man, they tried to run a quick play, try to get the ball inbound. And coaches look at it. You see him got Alonzo Mourning leg. Come on, coach, man. You got to let people go, man. You got to let things that don't belong to you. You got to let it go, coach. Look, it was gamesmanship in a situation like that because he knew Nikola Jokic wanted to get the ball. They didn't want to have to run the risk of the officials replaying a situation like that. So he tried to get the ball and try to get it in as quick as possible. Coach Van Gundy probably wanted the refs to take another look at it. Maybe it flops up on the Jumbotron. But it's just gamesmanship, booze.
S.A.?
Well, you know, that's how it goes. Listen, it's Jeff Van Gundy. I mean, we kind of forgive him for holding on to stuff. We kind of forgive him. If there's one person we can forgive for holding on to stuff because it's consistent, it would be him. You understand? So, I mean, it was funny to see personally. Obviously, it reminded us all of Larry Johnson and Alonzo Mourning getting into it many years ago, and Jeff Van Gundy coming into the fray with his small self compared to those two dudes and holding on to Alonzo's leg. But it's all right. It's gamesmanship. You're trying to prevent him from getting the ball, and doing this thing where you talk about Jokic. We understand that. It's no big deal. It was fun to see. I ain't gonna lie. It was fun.
Nah, it was funny. It was a smart play, too, because Jokic be getting the ball out in advance. But were you at that game, Stephen A., back in the day when he grabbed Alonzo Mourning's leg?
No, I was not.
Okay.
That was the game I had to. I was not at that particular game. I was at many others, but not that one.
All right. We'll keep it pushing here, guys. The Thunder reminded everyone why they are the 1 seed in the West by absolutely destroying the Grizzlies in Game 1. Despite getting a season-low points from SGA, OKC won the game by 51, the largest Game 1 victory in NBA history. In fact, their 131 points tied the 3rd most in a playoff game, while their 36 assists and 17 made threes tied the 2nd most. And Big Perk thinks OKC sent a message to the league. Take a listen.
On a night where SGA didn't have his MVP-type performance, they still spoke them by 50. And when I look at Oklahoma City, it's no drop-off nowhere defensively. No matter if they're making or missing shots, they're going to slide those puppies on the perimeter. Also showed the world a lot about their depth to the non-believers. My biggest takeaway was the message that OKC sent to the rest of the Western Conference that we're here and we're standing on business.
Carlos, we had a lot of blowouts yesterday. I was watching this, but then I couldn't change the channel because you wanted to see how bad it was going to get, even though it was absolutely brutal. Did the Thunder's 51-point win say more about OKC to you or the Grizzlies?
OKC for me. I thought they wanted to send a message. I agree with Big Perk. I think they came out phenomenally defensively. I think Memphis probably didn't have enough time to properly prepare for OKC, just to give them something in their corner. However, OKC took care of business. They had 6 guys in double figures. You hold this team to, 17% shooting from the 3, 34 from the floor. Just a phenomenal defensive effort by the OKC Thunder.
Yeah, look, I don't think the message. I think everybody knows that OKC Thunder are good. They have one of the best records. They have the West. They won the West. They have probably had the West sold up by January 1st. By New Year's, they were going to be the #1 seed in the Western Conference. But when you get Ja, he had 17 points, but it was an inefficient 17. You get Jaren Jackson that doesn't really show up. Those were 2 guys that you really needed, and Desmond Bane. Your 3 best players don't give you much. Well, that's what you can expect. And you know how it is, Booze. You get into these playoff games and you're on the road, and all of a sudden the crowd gets into it, and it seems like every shot that goes up for the home team goes into the basket. And as it goes to 10, it goes to 15, 20, 30, 40. There's nothing you can do. I'd have came out in the half and say, "Hey, guys, just go ahead and stay over here. We're not going to get back in this game. Let's just, take this butt cutting like men, regroup, and be able to come back out here in a couple of days and try to get a win and go back 1-1. But it didn't send no statement to me, because I remember, Stephen A., you're old enough to remember. You remember the Memorial Day Massacre? When I think the Celtics beat the Lakers by what, 40?
What if you could get permanent teeth in just 24 hours?
People are always asking me, are those permanent? Are they going to last a lifetime? Well, yeah, they are.
24 hours after my surgery.
Yeah.
Didn't mean anything. It's one win. And I understand it's a very lopsided win, and you don't want to be on the end of it, a lopsided loss, but it's one. Those points don't carry over. It's not like it's not like OKC is going to pick up and get 50-plus points towards the next game. It's one game, and if I'm Memphis, yes, that was a butt cutting. We didn't put our best effort forward, but I expect them to come out and play a lot better. Not to say they're going to win, but I'm not going to overreact to one game.
Well, they've smoked Memphis in all 5 meetings they've had against them this year by 13 points or more in every single win. So they've got their number, particularly this year. We get that part, number one. Number two, Memphis, even though they put themselves in their predicament and they don't deserve any sympathy cards from it, from a reality standpoint, they did play a play-in game Friday night, which was the nightcap, no pun intended, the last game that night. And then they got the first game on Sunday morning. I mean, it's like, damn, y'all, you couldn't give them a few extra hours for crying out loud. That is true. But then there's the other thing that we got to pay attention to. The front line of Chet Holmgren and these boys. You got Chet Holmgren, okay, and Jalen Williams. I'm looking at them, even though he's not on the really front line, but you got Chet Holmgren, Isaiah Hartenstein, and these cats. Jaren Jackson Jr. and Zach Edey, 4 points. 4 points each? Come on, man. You got to do better than that. That's pathetic. All right? And I love Jaren J. I love Triple J. But you got to do better than that, okay? Here's where I'm going with this. And let me say this. And put Bulls and Shannon up on the screen, please, because I want to see if they agree with me just with the nodding of the head. When people were making all of this noise about Ja Morant and his signs when he made a shot or whatever, all I said was, look, the league, I think it was much ado about nothing. Leave the kid alone. He's a star in this league. Let's see this brother playing. Let's stop bothering him. But the league says these are the rules. All right, follow the rules, Ja, so you don't have to draw their attention, right? So I just try to throw that off and I shove that aside. Here's what I'm not going to veer attention away from. You lost by 51. Y'all down 50 and you on the bench laughing? Nah, I don't want to see that. I don't think anybody in Memphis want to see that. And why do I bring that up? Because when the Lakers closed them out, Shannon, a couple of years back, you remember this, when Dylan Brooks ticked off LeBron, and LeBron went and put on a show and sent them home, and they was blowing them out by 40 at Crypto. Ja Morant was smiling then. I know the brother is an elite competitor. I know he's a star. But people don't want to see you laughing when you get your ass kicked like that. You know what I'm saying? You want to see somebody ticked off, especially if you're a fan, because you're emotionally invested. And at that particular moment, it gives you questions. It provides a question mark for you as to whether or not that cat's invested. You got vacation plans already? Because let me tell you something, that ass kicking that Oklahoma City gave to you, all right, it doesn't show any signs of letting up. They may not beat you by 50, but it is not beyond the realm of comprehension that they could smoke you by 20 or 30 the rest of the way if y'all don't get y'all act together. You do not want to see the superstar for your team on the bench losing by 50 with a smile on his face. That's all I'm saying.
I agree.
I thought it was worth. I'm sorry, fellas. That's just how I feel, and fans that I know feel that way too, for the most part.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
The optics, not
I agree.
okay. All right, guys, when we come back on First Take, we will switch gears.
Yo, what's going on, peoples? Welcome to the channel. If you made it this far, you made it to Your Sports Minute, where I am your host, S. Dot, and this is where we chop it up about the world of NBA sports mainly, but this time it's going to be about the NBA. So before we jump into it, man, don't forget to hit that like, don't forget to hit that subscribe, and most of all, please let your voice be heard and hit the comment section up, all right? So this one right here is going to be a little crazy, all right? Because this right here is a topic about something that has made history, man. Something that you never see on a regular basis, especially on this level of b-ball, man. You feel me? You have the Memphis Grizzlies losing to the Oklahoma City Thunder. 131. I'm sorry, the Grizzlies 80. The Thunder 131. Now y'all do the math, man. 131 points from OKC, and the Grizzlies only scored 80 points. You gotta ask yourself, who in the hell was on the court? You feel me? Who in the hell was playing? Who in the hell was coaching? And you must ask yourself, if you were a Grizzly fan, when did you leave the stadium? I would have left the stadium during the second half. You feel me? Because that's when it started getting out of control. I mean, let's check out the numbers, man. Bump all that. Let me but before we get into it, man, let me let you guys know one thing. I am your host, S. Dot. That's first and foremost. Don't forget to hit that like. Don't forget to hit that subscribe. And most of all, man, please let your voice be heard. Go ahead and hit that comment section up, man. Let's keep these debates going, man. Because sports is something we can debate about to the end of time. And especially about a topic like this, where a team lose by damn near 51 points. You feel me? So, let's check out the numbers, man. So, we're going to look at the Grizzlies. You feel me? You got Jaren Jackson, 4 points. You got Desmond Bain, 9 points. You have Zach Edey, whatever the hell, however the hell you say his name, 4 points. Of course, you got John Morant with 17, but that's still kind of low for my boy. You know what I mean? You got Scottie Pippen Jr. with 2 points. You got John Conchar, whatever, however the hell you say that, 2 points. So on and so forth. So you mean to tell me you have a Grizzlies team playing professional ball? And this is at the top tier level. You can't get basketball at a higher level besides the NBA. And you mean to tell me most of the team scored 2 to 4 points, and then your most dominant player that you have on your team only scored 17? Man, I feel like this was rigged. I feel like this was a setup. Yo. Now, I'm an OKC fan, so I know my boys was going to do their thing. But I ain't know they was going to whoop their ass by 51 points. 51 points is astronomical, bro. You feel me? There are no words for what that means to the Grizzlies. You feel me? Like, imagine being on your high school basketball team, and this is bringing it down. You know what I mean? But imagine being on your high school basketball team. You get to the second half, third half, fourth. Not half, but you get to the second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter of the game. You look at the score, and you are one of the top tier players on your team. Would you ask the coach to take you out? Or would you try to keep balling against this squad that's damn near just running the ball up and down the court, making every freaking shot? I mean, man, this is astronomical, unheard of. 51 points, history broken, the charts shooken. I don't know what else to say, man. So let's look over to the Thunder, my boys. You feel me? Because I feel like OKC, they gonna take the chip. Y'all can mark my words from this day forth, all right? Your boy S. Dot. is putting out there that OKC will win the ring this year. All right? Because I don't see nobody stopping their defense, especially their damn offense. You feel me? So, Jalen Williams, 20 points. Chet Holmgren, 19 points. You got your boy Hartenstein, 14 points. You got Alexander, however the hell you say the rest of his name, 15 points. You got Dort, 12 points. Wiggins, 21 points. And so on and so forth. And the lowest amount of points that was scored by one of our ballers that played was Wallace Carson with 2 points. But at least he still contributed. I don't need to go into any more stats, man, because the number one stat that kills this entire post for the Grizzlies. And Grizzly fans, hear me out. You guys lost by 51 points. That is astronomical. That is unheard of. I mean, anyway, man, there's no more I can say. There's no more I can say. It was an ass whooping. It was putting them across. It was putting the Grizzlies across OKC's knee and spanking that you know what. You feel me? Grizzly fans, let me hear y'all in the comments, man. I know it was a hell of a loss. I know it was a hell of a defeat. But tell me, where did you guys see that your team went wrong? Where did you see where the coaches didn't make the plays or didn't plug and play who they needed to put in to stop the madness? I mean, 131 points. They damn near almost to 200 points. But the Grizzlies couldn't score even 90. Like, I don't even know. I mean, I'm at a loss for words, man. I can't even say no more in this post, man. Hey, I just want to say, man, I appreciate everybody for leaving a like. I appreciate everybody for leaving a subscribe. And I damn sure appreciate everybody for leaving a comment, man. Like I said, if nothing else, if you guys don't leave a like, if you guys don't leave a subscribe, the main thing we want to do is hear your voice, all right? Because that's the main thing that makes everybody heard and gets everybody's opinion so we can keep these topics going, man. You feel me? Go ahead and hit that comment section up. Let me know how you guys feel about this, man. Grizzly fans, holla at me. Let me know where you stand on this, man. Do you feel like things should have been changed earlier in the game, or what's up? OKC fans, go ahead and drop a dime, drop a like, drop a comment. Let me know where y'all at, man. OKC for life right here, you know what I'm saying? Back in the supersonic days, you know what I mean? With Gary Payton, you feel me? But that's another topic for another day. You feel me? I appreciate everything you guys have done. And we'll catch y'all on the next post, man. All right? Peace.